Uh, so hello everyone, welcome to the day three. And today, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about the .py files. And basically, what we will do, we will do step by step. So, as in my last meet, I have discussed about uh, how to create the files. Means like in the VS Code itself, I have discussed about how we can create the different files and how we can easily locate with that, right? So what we will do, I will just simply start with the screens sharing, and I will just tell you what is needed to be done further, right? So just give me a second. So as you can see my screen. Okay, so what I will do, we'll just go here. First I will open my VS Code, and if you will open your VS Code, it will similarly look like this. And we have already created our file, so I will just go in my file section and I will open folder from here. And my basically folder was on C drive users. Okay, so I will search here users. Okay, I have to go into my C drive, and in C drive it was in users in Avinash, and here it was in yeah, talent chatbot. So I will select this folder. So you can see here that my folder has been already being selected. So what I will do, I will just start typing the things. I will open my config.py. As I have told you, config.py is basically the brain of our chatbot. Okay, it will decide what all things we have to do and what all things should be kept here, right? So basically, this is the brain, and we will just type one by one. And also, I will tell you basically what is the meaning of certain things, right? So let me just execute this. I will just open here config.py. Yeah, so first what I am doing, I am just importing here import os. Okay, basically what do you mean by import os here? Import os is basically what we are doing. We are importing our OSC system, importing our OS module. Okay, OS module or OS library, you can say it. Okay, so basically what is the purpose of this, like where there are various environment variables are there, and our operating system, there are various functions pertaining to it, right? And you can go into my playlist of learning data science, and there where I have taught about file handling and all those things. There I have briefly explained about what's OS is and what do you mean by OS module, and basically what OS module does. Okay, so basically it's the meaning of OS module is simply that we are just opening our environment variables here, right? So next what I will do, I will do from .env import load env file. Okay, so basically .env is the library I am importing from our module operating system. And load env means I am importing my environment variables here. Means like, as I will show you, like basically what's the meaning of this as well. I have simultaneously I have been preparing the Google Doc for the same, so that you guys can get the access of it and you guys can understand it much better way. And again, if you want need for this Google Doc, so I will share on the chat. Okay, and you just give me the On the comment section you just mention your email id and I will give you the access of that particularly, right? So what I will do it after this, on the description I will give the link of this Google Docs, right? So you can see here basically import OS is that it was previously importing our OS module, and basically what OS module does, it allows your code to interact with the operating system, particularly environment variable, file path, and directories. Means like these all things we have discussed, and I've already discussed in my previous session as well. And now when I was writing the second line of code, which was from .env import load env. So basically what's the meaning of load env is that I am importing my load env package. I am importing my load env package from a function from the python.env package. Okay, so basically this load env, what it does, it helps us to load the environment variables from an .env file into our system environment. Okay, and basically what this .env file does, it helps us to manage some secrets, API keys or any keys which you want to handle, right? So basically what's the meaning of load env? Load env is the function. It is a function which will help us to load our environment variables, right? And from where I am getting this function, I am getting this load env from .env module from from my Python library, right? So what I will do, I will just simply execute this. I will write load and I will write function. So it will be successfully executed. And here what I will do, I will just write here open. I write here open API key. Basically I am defining one variable named open API key, and within this variable what I will be doing, I will be storing my API key. And again, for what purpose will be this API key? The purpose for this API key will be that when we have to blend it through our website, means like through our GenAI, means like our chatbot, what will do, it will fetch questions, and from where it will fetch questions, it will fetch questions from an OpenAI. Okay, so this API key will help us to blend into open API, and within that open API will generate the questions to according to our users, which they will fed inside our chatbot. Okay, so for I will just write here os.getenv get env, and within that I will write open API key. Okay, I'll write here open API key. And till this thing, so what we have did, we have been calling our API key, right? So what I will do, I will just go it here on Google itself. Okay, on my Google Chrome browser, I will just go it here, and what I will do, I will here just open my OpenAI API key. Okay, I will just search for this, and I will open this API key, and here I have to log in. So basically, what is this website? This website which will help us to find our API keys, and yeah, it is beneficial. So meanwhile, my this website is being loaded. So what I will do, I will just write the rest of the programs needed. Okay, So what's the another thing needed here is like I have to type my exit keywords. Like for example, someone who is operating this chatbot, and if he has successfully filled all the information and my chatbot have been satisfied him or her, so what he will do, he will just type their exit quit or anything, any word related to quitting the chatbot. Okay, so I will just write here exit. Exit keywords again, here are the sample of exit keywords. Means like uh, as I have did, means like you can just do upon your knowledge. Means like there are several keywords which displays that whether the user is trying to quit or the user is trying to hold on the conversation, right? So the several keywords are, you can see here, quit is there, exist is there, sorry, not exist, basically exit is there, buy is there, and similarly end is there, stop is there. And if you find that any more keyword is there which will help us to exit the chatbot, so you are open to write those as well. So it's up to you. For me, these are the five things, and again I haven't researched much upon that, but yes, I think these five will be sufficient because someone who is quitting the chatbot will definitely write these keywords itself, right? And what's the next thing I will do? Next thing I will just write here for which role that particular person should be interviewed for, right? So I will write here tech default, tech stack, and here I will just write here Python. I will write here Django. I'll write here React. You can write according to your needs, means like whether it's for data analyst, data science, or anything. Okay. So like instead of writing SQL, I will just type here data science. Okay. I've typed here data science here. Okay. And what is the my next statement? Next statement which I will be giving is that I have to give that whether my API key is successfully loaded or not. So what I will do, I will just write here print API key loaded, and again these things will be under quotes because I want these things to be displayed. And again, what to be printed again, I have to, I'm just using a string slicing here. Like you can again, it's up to you whether you can just simply print it or you can just design your code like this way as I have designed it. So again, it's no harm, whatever approach you are processing, whatever approach you are following it, right? Okay, so here you can see it, what basically my print function will do. My print function will print like this: tick API key loaded, and API key will be from starting till the 5 of the index, and plus dot 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 will be there if open API key, else not found. It's like if my open API key is there, then it will be getting printed. If it's not there, it will print not found. Okay, so just let me check whether my API key has been loaded or not. So you can see here my test key is this, secret key is this, and what I will do, I will just go here, I will just create here new open key, and name I will write here project. Okay, default project, and I will do create secret API key. I will just copy it And one thing I have to keep it in mind, you guys have to keep it in mind, that where you have to paste the API key, you have to paste the API key in .env file, in .env file, which I have told you guys to create. In this .env file you have to paste it like this way. Like you can see here in .env file what I have did, open API key, I have pasted like this, right? So you will paste like this. Okay, I will just paste it here, and before that I will just copy this thing, open API key, my this variable, because here will be what I will be storing my API key. Okay, so I will just go here. So you can see here my API key has been successfully being able to create, and I will just go here, and similarly my prompts, not basically prompts, where I was there, I was in config.py. Yes, exactly. Not this. Take questions, data handler, prompts, config. Yeah, yes. This was there, right? So I will just go here, and basically I have written the code. Basically what this code means, only 8 lines of code is there. So first it will import my operating system. Second, from .env module, it will load my environment function. And what environment load env function will do, it will help us to locate our API key, and we have simply uh, pasted our API key in .env file. And again, why we have not pasted here, because we don't want that our code should be seen by other users. Means like this API key is quite sensitive, and you don't have to hard code inside it. So whenever you are uh, in installing any API key, or whenever you are locating any API key, just make sure that you shouldn't hard code anything in the program. Whatever the case sensitive thing is there, you don't have to hard code inside the program. You just use any other folder or any another file to just store it. And next we came here exit keywords. Basically it will help us to exit, that whenever user is trying to exit the chatbot, right? So it will help us to exit. And again, it's upon your domain knowledge, you can add whatever words here. But again, upon my knowledge, I have added exit, quit, buy, end, and stop, right? So it's up to you, you can use whatever keys you can want. Apart from this, you can add, it's totally up to you, but make sure that it should be sensible so that your chatbot can work properly, right? And what's the third thing? The third thing I have written here on the seventh line of code is for what domain that candidate is being interviewed for, right? So whether it's for Python, Django, React, data science. So again, it's up to you. You can write here, instead of Django, you can write here SQL. Instead of Python, you can write here Java. Instead of uh, React, you can write here Flutter, or like various things are there. Means like there is no limitations for what that candidate should be interviewed for, right? So basically this chatbot is for the interview model. And again, when everything is being executed successfully, so what I will be doing, I am printing the API key, means like that, oh yes, everything is being good to go, right? So these all were the things. And tomorrow what we will do, you can just go here on the Google Doc, I will share the list ones. And in this Google Doc you can see here what's the next thing. Next thing we will be doing is handling our prom.py file. Means like you can go here in the above, you can see here the second step will be creating the prom.py file. And again, I will explain all the things. what basically prompt.py file is and how we can create the prompt.py file, right? So you have to just read this document, because this document I have been creating for you guys, so that while reading it you won't be able to face any difficulties, and yet it's a good process to follow it, whether you are following any project or not. Means like it will help you guys to just get the knowledge of each and everything, and you will be not left out middle in between, right? So what I will do, I will just share this Google Doc in the chat one, okay? And you guys can have access to it, or not on the chat, I will send it on the description itself. So till then you guys just keep practicing it. See you tomorrow then, and just subscribe my channel. If you will not subscribe it, then I will not be able you will not be able to locate that when I am going live and when I'm explaining the things. So bye bye guys, see you tomorrow, keep practicing. Jai Hind.